night here in Ohio. Weather can't figure out if it wants to just rain or drizzle or go away or what all. But despite the fact that we have some storms out this way that are nowhere near as bad as what's happening in the plains, especially in Oklahoma, really can't complain too much because there's no tornadoes, which is nice. Here comes the seas. There we go. Now, this here eastward swing is one I haven't done in, it's been about a month since I've been, this far east in a consistent fashion. This has taken me Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, and then down to North Carolina, and then I start looping back westward from there. But I was doing some trip planning, and I found myself pleasantly surprised that there are some East Coast locations for diesel that are down in the mid threes, meaning we're talking 354, 355 a gallon. Now I don't mean like mom and pop shops, I mean I'm talking Love's. That is a very welcome change of pace. Now I have no idea truly if that's because of capacity contraction in the trucking market, load scarcity, reducing people's mileage, geopolitics not developing into World War III, or maybe some combination of all of those details. Load scarcity, capacity contraction, and no World War III have all come together to bring some diesel prices downward. Now, obviously, $3.50 a gallon for diesel is nothing to be excited about, but when you combine that $3.50 a gallon with a healthy discount, now it gets to be something to be excited about, because my discount at Love's brings me down at least 20 cents every time, no matter what, guaranteed. And depending on where I'm at, the TA Petro discount I get will blow that out of the water. And that's courtesy of my fuel card, which is extremely nice. So being able to look forward to diesel on the East Coast or in the eastern states that is not $4 a gallon after discount, but is instead down deep in the low to mid $3 range, that's some incredibly good news. I hadn't looked ahead before now to figure out what I was going to be looking at, and even in Ohio right now, Ohio is surprising me because I'm coming up on a pilot right here, and I guess the cash price here that I'm in mid-Ohio is $3.55 a gallon. That's the cash price. The credit price is $3.61. There's a TA over here across the way. Their cash price is $3.59. I have no idea what it would be with my car discount. I haven't looked to see what it would actually entail, because I've still got plenty of diesel in the tank, so I'm not going to stop for a little while yet. I want to turn some more miles first. Because there's a Love's coming up here that's going to have a decent price. I haven't decided if I want to, for IFTA purposes, if I want to just keep on rolling until I get into Pennsylvania, and have that tax on my IFTA records for second quarter 24, or if I want to get the cheaper diesel now and then pay maybe a little bit more tax for second quarter IFTA when all said and done. Because in some way, somehow, I'm going to pay. It's either now or later. Because eventually everyone gets their piece of the pie, and it usually means I owe some money. Usually. But, yeah, that's what I haven't quite figured out yet. I'm still riding above half of my fuel load, which is always a good thing. But, yeah, I can't decide if I want to stop in Ohio or migrate further west in a hurry. Illinois especially needs to get down to the mid-threes. Indiana could use some price relief as well. I haven't been in Kentucky in a week or so, but Kentucky's got some places that are all right. They're trying in the right direction. Not sure about Tennessee, and I haven't been down to Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, or Louisiana, or Arkansas in a long while, so I have no idea what their prices are looking like. But anyway, you slice it. This trend of diesel decreasing in price needs to continue. We need to get down below $3 a gallon as fast as at all sustainable. That needs to happen real quick. We need that price relief, especially if the freight market is going to continue to try to stabilize at substandard rates, as has been an indicator I've talked about in past videos from I don't know how long ago at this point, a couple of months at least. So if we're going to have garbage freight rates be the norm until capacity goes below equilibrium, and then rates begin to pick back up, we need diesel to be lower. Otherwise, it's like, look, either you pay us more or your freight's not moving, because our diesel costs are a necessity. We can't get away from it. But at the same time, in addition to diesel needing to come down, the price for DEF needs to hit a bloody crater and just fall into a hole. I mean, the whole DEF thing itself, I'm convinced, is a scam, but it is what it is. It's here to stay for the time being until they can figure out some other way to screw us over. But DEF prices being above the cost of diesel, I think, is an absolute scam. It's flagrant price gouging, because there's no way the cost of production and transportation of DEF justifies the $4 a gallon on average I see for DEF. That should be, that should be way less than diesel as a standard, as opposed to an outlier. Because it's just heinous what the cost of DEF is. Yeah, we don't need to get much of it, and on the whole, it's a kind of a negligible expense. But at the same time, it's the principle that matters. Like, DEF should not cost that much, because it sure as heck didn't used to. I tell you that. When I first started trucking, DEF was